And as the state works on recovery efforts, President Biden has been criticized for his response or lack thereof to the devastation. He has not publicly addressed the wildfires since last week. News Nation's Blake Burman has more on this. Blake, what are we hearing from the administration?
Natasha, I thought that was such a powerful interview that you just witnessed there and that you just saw there. And it's often what we see when you have just these horrible natural disasters. Washington and administration saying one thing, and then what's actually happening on the ground from residents, and they say another. It caught my attention there that man said it took 5 days for FEMA to step in. You're right. President Biden, has caught a little bit of grief and a lot of heat as it relates to the administration's response on this one. Remember, he was vacationing in Rehoboth, Delaware, out on the beach over this past weekend as all of this was starting to unfold and play out in Hawaii, and we started to get a sense of how traumatic everything was in Lahaina. The president there at that very moment, what you're watching, was asked about Hawaii, and his response was 2 words over the weekend: no comment. That led to a lot of attention, and since then, the White House has sort of made it its mission, I guess you could say, to show what the administration is doing to try to help the folks on the ground there in Hawaii. For example, here's some of what they say that the federal government has done. They say there have been some 500 federal personnel deployed to Maui. They say the U.S. Coast Guard and Navy has supported maritime search and rescue operations. The U.S. Army has supported with fire suppression efforts. 140 urban search and rescue personnel from FEMA on the ground there helping with the Maui Fire Department. And then when it comes to rebuilding, they say the Small Business Administration already has dozens of staff on the ground there making low-interest federal disaster loans. So some of what the administration says they're doing. Here was part of the defense from the Deputy Press Secretary Olivia Dalton aboard Air Force One earlier today.
The fact of the matter is this president has been on it from the beginning, marshaling a response across dozens of agencies, across the government, to get Hawaii everything that they need. He's been in regular contact with the governor, with other officials, with his senior team.
By the way, Natasha, the White House also says we should hear from President Biden in about a half hour from now. At the top of the hour, he will be speaking about Hawaii. He is currently right now in Wisconsin.
Yes, and residents waiting to hear what he is going to say. And something we've been hearing as we've been interviewing residents is we want Biden here. We want him to visit. Do we have any information if the president will be traveling to Hawaii?
So you just heard there from Olivia Dalton, the Deputy Press Secretary. She was asked about this earlier today. The White House yesterday, by the way, had nothing on this. But Olivia Dalton today said, quote, "We are currently having active conversations about when it might be possible." So certainly something that is on the radar for the White House and for the president. You're right. Residents there are saying any sort of attention would help. I spoke last night with Jeffrey Melikar, who had 2 different homes there in Lahaina that were destroyed. I asked him, do you want the president going? And here's what he had to say.
I certainly think it would be helpful. He needs to throw the full support of the federal government towards the aid here and getting things here as quickly as possible. People are hurting. So, yeah, anything he could do would be helpful, of course.
Natasha, when it comes to the president going on the ground and traveling, it's often very tricky. There's a little bit of a balance that we hear time and time again, which is not wanting to pull from the resources, not wanting to distract the first responders, not sort of wanting to be the center of attention when the residents there are the ones that need to be the attention and need to get the help. But it is also always a good thing in any one of these cases when the president of the United States is able to get on the ground and see things firsthand.
Yeah, we appreciate you breaking that down for us. And I know we'll be taking that press conference you mentioned as soon as it happens. Blake Burman live for us in D.C. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.